We're living in a sports world that owes a debt of gratitude to two sworn enemies, Al Davis and Pete Rozelle.
In my judgment, he's gone to outlaw.
Just win, baby.
Al Davis versus the NFL is a documentary on ESPN about the greatest rivalry in NFL history. And it's a rivalry not about two teams, but two individuals. An outspoken owner and the commissioner of the league, whose battles made the league what it is today.
I wanted the power, the quick strike. It's like having the bomb and being willing to drop it.
Al Davis was the owner of the Oakland Raiders, who wanted to move the team to Los Angeles in order to secure a state-of-the-art stadium. And Pete Rozelle was the commissioner of the National Football League, who denied that move.
He could have worked with his business partners and won the three-quarters support required to relocate the Raiders.
They were polar opposites. The most rebellious owner in sports.
I don't want any vote. You can't take a vote. That's not right.
And the most collaborative businessman running a league.
You're going to have cities that would like an NFL franchise bidding if there can be no league restraint as to where their franchises would be located.
I've always been fascinated by relationships between two people in power. And these were two men who could not be more opposite. On one hand, Pete Rozelle is a collaborator, and he has to work with other people to succeed.
My differences with Al developed over business matters. They're not personal.
Al Davis was a rebel. He wanted to do what he thought was best for his craft.
We're going to take what we want.
With the consensus. He wanted to go against authority.
For better economics, you needed better stadiums.
Al Davis was way ahead of his time when it came to realizing that stadium upgrades was key to maintaining control over the entertainment dollar. And if you kept people coming to the stadium for better amenities, for more exclusive membership possibilities, for all the things that stadiums have today, you can have more income to put into your team. And when your team has more income, you're more competitive on the field.
There's only one thing that counts. Just win.
And he didn't want to wait for the NFL to help him get a stadium. He wanted a stadium right then, right now, because staying competitive was important to him.
We were the Raiders, the commitment to excellence, the will to win. Pete had everything manipulated before he came into the league meeting. He needed 21 votes to stop me.
There were 22 votes to stop it.
We wanted to hear from Pete Rozelle and Al Davis themselves. Well, how do you do that? They're both deceased. But we did so through deepfake technology, which is artificial intelligence capturing a whole bunch of footage of a historical figure and creating a digital mask that then can be placed on the face of a stand-in. And the words spoken by the deepfake actors are based very specifically on historical records, interviews, and transcripts to get the exact phrasing of how Al Davis and Pete Rozelle felt about every topic in the film.
Hope is a great thing, but the Rozelle regime did not hope for success.
And to have those lines read, we hired impressionists who were able to bring to life the vocal quality of both men.
Al was a general who gave the orders, but never committed the acts of war himself.
Generals win the war, but the politicos, the politicians, they make the peace.
Al Davis and Pete Rozelle was a war to end all wars at the very top of the NFL hierarchy. At one point, it could have torn the NFL apart. And here we are in 2020. They have finally made peace, and the Raiders have been reborn in a new stadium in Las Vegas.
This is the dawn of a new era.
Although they fought for decades against each other, they both loved the National Football League. And I think that's something we as a country can learn a lot from. That although they were enemies, they both had the same goal in mind, just different ways to get there.
So you finally got your state-of-the-art stadium.
Took us 40 years.